Hi guys, welcome to the new podcast for Melbourne Season 3, Playing with Fire. My name is Dani. You haven't seen me on your LRG screens yet, but you will. I regret to inform you that Ethan cannot be with us tonight due to a scheduling conflict of all things for our first podcast. But I do have the lovely Jules here. Again, you haven't seen Jules hit your LRG screen yet. You will. She is a fierce competitor with a lot of opinions, and she has also played a trial with one of the cast members from this season of Melbourne, and she may have a little beef. So I'm going to add Jules in here now.
Hello.
Hi, Jules. How are you going?
Good. That was a lovely introduction.
Oh, you're welcome.
Fierce competitor. I like it.
You are. You are fiercely competitive, just like me.
A little bit.
little bit, and that's why we're here, because we love a little bit of competition. We love Survivor, and we love to say exactly what we all think about things. Yes, as I said, Ethan can't be with us tonight. He had to work, unfortunately. He thought we started next week, but that's okay. That's fine. He has sent through a couple of his thoughts. He's listening along with us instead of chatting, and we are due actually very soon to have Liz, hostess with the mostess of Playing with Fire, to let us know what to expect from this season of Playing with Fire. A long overdue season, if I do say so myself. I know the cast and crew have been chomping at the bit for this to hit our screens.
They filmed what, 2 and a bit years ago?
Something like that. Well, let's ask the lady herself, shall we?
Let's.
Hi, Liz.
Hi.
Hey, Liz.
How are you going?
Hey, yeah, good. Great to see you guys again.
Hello.
Yeah, look, you know what? I don't remember. I don't remember what
That's how long ago it was.
it was longer ago than it was meant to be. It's been a bit delayed.
There's so much to it.
Yes.
Like having been involved in 2 LRGs, I mean, as a player, but I just know the content, wanting to make a decent product and do justice to the people that you're working with. It's frustrating for everyone involved, but yeah, there's obviously reasonings behind it.
Yeah, but I mean, worth the wait.
All right, worth the wait. Right. We shall see. What can we expect? What are we expecting from Playing with Fire?
Yeah, I mean, expect some fire.
Yes,
hopefully. Some real fire and some like metaphorical fire.
Mm-hmm.
Expect a lot of fire puns.
And I've noticed that in the videos.
Analogies, especially from
the analogies.
Laurel really just like goes hard into that.
I loved her intro video, so I'm looking forward to unpacking her. Yeah.
And expect some heartache, little bit of emotion, and a lot of suffering.
Isn't that why we love Survivor?
Yeah. It's at some point we got the rain hitting down, and sleeping outside in the rain. I don't know if you guys did that, but I've never done that, but I've heard it's not fun. It's kind of
No, it looks I mean, Canberra, the most recent season of Canberra looked pretty vicious with all their rain too. So
Canberra's always
a lot of fun.
Hey.
Yeah.
So it makes it all the more dramatic. And
we love drama.
There's the first episode, lots of stuff happening. It's good fun. There's some it's very memeable season.
Yes,
there's some real funny moments.
Yeah.
And there's some real devastation as well. So
the real highs and lows then.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like we've got some characters.
definitely. I'd say everyone in the cast is a character in their own right.
Yeah.
So not really any like duds. Everyone brings something to the table, and yeah, we got a lot of heroes and villains.
Awesome.
And you can kind of see that from the promos.
Yeah, definitely.
By the way,
You definitely see few personalities who are more villainous than heroic for sure.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was just influenced by Australian, but I've written hero and villain on almost every single person. So
really, okay, you're gonna see some heroes. And if you, I don't know if you've watched Canberra Survivor recently.
Yeah, I've watched. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'd say if you haven't watched Canberra Survivor, like the recent one, because of John and Mara in it, I would say hold off until after Playing with Fire. Because
I have been spoiled, but I'll still watch it.
Oh, yeah, well, who hasn't on things? Yeah. Because they played Playing with Fire first, and then they went on to do Canberra Survivor. And yeah. I mean,
two players I'm actually very much looking forward to seeing their training ground. They both did well in Canberra. Poor John, in advantage getting in Canberra. Sorry to spoil you, Jules.
Look, I watched the first episode, so I saw it coming.
Intense, poor John. So I'm very keen to see like where they. Want to talk about villains and heroes.
yeah, absolutely a hero. CK.
That's spoiler alert. My notes say villain for him.
Yeah,
definitely not like the biggest villain we've ever had.
You know what? I don't doubt it. He went out. It looked like he went out there to be that way.
Yeah.
But like a charming, likable villain.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I reckon. I find him. Yeah, I think he's.
I adore CK, but I haven't seen him in the game, so that's
he's
the
just
difference.
He's just fantastic to watch.
He would
like
be
so many
so
of
much fun.
the cast.
Of course. All right, we don't want you to spoil us. Thank you so much for coming on and giving us your thoughts.
No worries. I'm really keen to hear your thoughts on everything. You know,
it's gonna be
Pixar and stuff.
I mean, you know us, Liz.
We won't hold back.
Yeah, I'm keen for a roast. Roast everyone. Roast me if you want to. That's fine. I can get around that. And yeah.
All right.
Keen.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Liz. We'll hopefully talk to you throughout the season.
Yeah, keen. All right.
Bye. I'm excited.
Right. I know, me too. All right. So I have had severe technical difficulties this afternoon. We're lucky that we're here. Because there was about 10 minutes before this, we were not going to be on air. So I cannot share pictures of the cast with you tonight because I don't want to crash my computer. But if you want to watch their videos, if you want to see the cast photos and tribe photos, go to Melbourne Survivor's Facebook, their YouTube, potentially on their Instagram, not sure, but definitely on the Facebook, and play along.
Definitely on Facebook.
Yes. We're going to start. Well, actually, I should have brought this up with Liz. I have beef. This cast photo is like it's almost alphabetical, but it's not.
It's alphabetical in tribes, but the tribes are mixed, so it's not.
Yeah, I know.
I had the same issue.
It hurts my brain, and I don't like it.
Okay.
It just
okay.
Anyway, I digress. Let's start with Ashley. Ashley describes himself as a kind person who is nice to people who are nice to him, but will cut you right back.
Yeah, that was the quote I wrote down from him. And also, this is the most exciting thing he's done in 2021. Look, we love Ashley, but surely that was a low bar. 2021 wasn't very exciting.
No, it would probably be my most exciting thing for 2021 too.
Especially in Melbourne, we had a lot of lockdown.
Yes, yeah, more so than anywhere else. And that he generally can't think of anything he is bad at.
Maybe a little arrogant then.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect from Ash. I didn't know a lot. What do you think?
I sort of got the vibe that he's gonna kind of sit back and just watch what everyone else does. And then I think he'll find himself in a good alliance, but he'll be the last one in, so therefore the first one out.
Right. Okay.
I've got him. I've just labeled everyone as either merge or pre-merge. I've got him in pre-merge.
Oh yeah, I get pre-merge vibe from Ash
late
too.
Pre-merge, like just before.
Right. Okay. They don't want
Obviously,
him to make a lot.
We don't know what's going to happen with anything. I've assumed a merge at 10 and a final 3, but they could merge at 15.
We've been fooled before. Yeah, I would agree with that take. I also think because he is a kind of a friendlier sort of vibe from the videos that we get, I would say that they won't want him to make a lot of friends post-merge either. So it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, and he's very well spoken too. So
very well spoken.
That's something that's very dangerous at a final tribal.
Yes, if you can speak well, yeah, you can turn a game that wasn't much of a game.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I don't have much more to say on Ash.
Does Ethan have anything about him?
No, I don't have anything from Ethan.
Okay.
All right. Next on the list is the Queen Annabelle. I'm sure we both have lots of opinions. Her videos are very entertaining.
Oh my God, someone described her as the most assertive person they've ever met, and I believe it.
But not just that. They are a prison psychologist.
Yeah.
And they work with psychopaths.
Yep. And she beats them all.
She does.
Annabelle is the aforementioned player that you said I may have some beef with.
Okay, tell us more.
You'd vote me out.
Ooh.
3rd in our trial game.
Oh, geez, you didn't do very well then.
No, I sucked, but that's all right. It was just a trial game. It was just fun.
Okay, just a little bit of fun.
They had everyone on the jury, so I got to be there till the end. That was fine.
Oh, that's handy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So my first impression of her was very, very social, very nice, very friendly, very like, oh, I'm just here to have a good time. I was wrong.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Melbourne Survivor says, and we happen to have a prison psych on the cast.
Oh.
Which I believe is John from memory.
Yes.
So it would be very interesting to see those two interact because very different personalities, very different vibes.
Yeah.
But from a psychologist to one who's been compared to psychopaths, very interesting.
Very interesting.
Annabelle is good at pretending boring, mediocre people are incredibly fascinating, and she is a great fake friend.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can you say about it? Look, I do think she's gonna play a good social game.
Yes.
I think she is gonna make some big moves. I think she's gonna make the merge.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she's going to be very good at threat management, and I think that's going to be her downfall.
Yeah, I see her go deep.
Yeah, I've got her. I put a rough number of 5th.
I thought the same thing. Around 5 or 4, vibing away here. Ethan says he is excited to see Annabelle play. He needs chaos. And you know what? I think Annabelle
she's going to bring
chaos. I see her as a little bit of a puppet master. Especially once she does get deep with those people who who game recognize game.
Yeah.
And I definitely look forward to seeing that play out. Annabelle, her strategy is to validate people's perceptions of themselves, and that is something that Annabelle can do very good strategy. Well. Yeah, absolutely. If you think people see themselves a certain way, to validate that and hype them up. And Annabelle would make a great hype girl, 100%. Yeah. She'd be like, yes, queen, absolutely, go for that.
Like 8 A's into every yes, queen.
Yeah. CK can confirm she is a great hype girl. Okay. Yeah. I look forward to the chaos of the two of you.
I can't wait for that.
Sure. All right. Yeah. Annabelle is a character I am most looking forward to seeing play. I think she will be a lot of fun. Deep into the game, fingers crossed, but won't make the final tribal.
No.
All right. Caitlin.
Caitlin. So Caitlin's excited
Beautiful,
to go to Rocks.
Unstoppable, brave, and thriving.
Just to name a few.
Would love to go to Rocks.
Yeah, no.
Who would love to go to Rocks?
No, I don't. No, don't go to Rocks.
No.
Do anything else. Don't go to Rocks.
I don't ever want to put my hands in anybody else's hands. At that point, I'm like, let me flip.
Let me jump.
Let me save myself here for a second.
I mean, if anyone ever wants to play an LRG with me, I'll totally go to Rocks for you.
I won't.
Totally.
Ethan says go to Rocks, but there's also another King of Chaos. So
I like chaos and I don't like Rocks.
Yeah. Well, that's at that point it comes down to your game. Like you're hoping that it's gonna pay off in your favor and put
Rocks only benefits the people who are getting voted for.
Correct.
So you probably don't want to go to Rocks.
No. Especially that was odd for me. Her strength will be her social game. Her weaknesses were all over the place for me, though. She was paranoid, stress over idols, but then she's too trusting.
Yeah. I think she's going to be really underestimated. Same.
I had her in final 3.
Oh, I've got her 4th.
Okay.
All right. We're in sync.
Yeah,
she's only 21, and I think that is something that's going to make people underestimate her because she is young.
Mm-hmm.
I can see someone's going to think, oh yeah, Caitlin's going to be someone that I'll drag to the end, and then she'll stab them in the back right before they get the chance to drag her along.
Yeah, I agree. I think she won't be chaotic, but I think socially she's going to be stellar. She already sounds very wordy in the fact that she's beautiful, unstoppable, brave, and thriving.
Yeah, look, I wrote confident. Very confident.
That she is, definitely. Lucas says going to Rocks is like a lucky dip, only you don't get lucky, you just get a sigh of relief. But you might not get a sigh of relief. And that's what I'm not interested.
No.
I don't want a sigh of relief. And that she wants to align with Laurel. That was something that she wanted to do.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, I've got that note here.
Well, look, I want to align with Laurel too, so.
100%. That she is a vibe. I have Caitlin final 3.
Okay.
Actually, all right. Oh, where did my players go? Excuse me while I actually think I might have had her as my winner. Yeah, she was my winner pick, actually.
She's a winner pick. Okay.
My winner pick.
Wow. Be cool.
I just think she will play the middle beautifully. Mm-hmm. And she will have enough friends on the jury to make a pitch to, and she will be involved in enough game to make moves her own.
Okay.
That is my thoughts. But you had her 4?
4th. As a fallen angel.
As a fallen angel. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chloe is strong physically, does a lot of escape rooms and puzzles. If they do me right, I'll do them right. If they do me wrong, I'll try to be nice? ?
Like, I'll try my best, you know.
Maybe. Can I play nice? Can you play nice if someone does you wrong? That's the hardest part about Survivor is just being able to swallow that. Like, oh, I really want to get you.
Yeah, exactly. The vibe that I got from her in that video is that she was very softly spoken. She might come across as really quiet and shy and just take a bit longer for everyone to warm up to her. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting. I've got her being the first one out of that tribe. Okay,
so pre-merge, first
very early boot. For a first vote, you don't need much of a reason.
No, you
as
don't.
soon as someone says a name, most people are going to jump on board that. They know one wants to be first. So
100%.
I feel like just not having that instant connection that some other people might have. I think that'll see her go early.
Okay. I don't. Yeah, I agree. Pre-merge.
Cool.
Brady.
So this is why we need Ether, because you and I are just going to agree on everything.
I know. It's just, can't help it if he had a scheduling conflict. Yeah, Annabelle, you are going to have to rewind. I'm sorry, we've already discussed you. I'm sure you'll come up again at some point, but I think we've spent the most time on you. So rewind. Brady, he is a fun and creative person playing on home territory. I'm actually really keen to see him in the challenges.
Yeah.
Being that that's kind of his forte. Sorry, go back to Mel. Ethan had a scheduling conflict. He didn't realize we started tonight and not next week. So he's at work tonight. He has sent some of his thoughts through. Where are they?
Did he have a thought about Chloe? I think he did.
He did, actually. Chloe was his first boot also.
There you go.
Yeah. I believe it's his first boot, his first merge boot, and his winner, which is an interesting choice, but we will get to that person. Mm-hmm. No, CK, we have not done you yet.
Just wait, CK.
All right. Strong personalities. Can we just hold your horses, please? We will get to you. Hang on. Brady. I said, I'm just really, really thinking, and they're already roasting each other in the comments.
No, CK comes after me. I mean, look, we did already do Chloe and then Brady, like we said at the start. It's not quite an alphabetical order.
Not yet. No, but no, you are yet. We're almost up to you, CK. Be patient. Liz says, patience, please. All right, bear with us. As I said, challenges is his forte. We know that he likes to make and create them. So seeing him in them, seeing his analytical brain in play.
That's his jam.
But there's a difference between being in a challenge in the height of the moment to being the brainchild behind it. So I'm kind of interested to see how they correlate with each other.
Yeah, I do think he is going to be good at the challenges. I do think, though, that's going to make him a threat. I think he's going to be in an alliance that's going to use him as the challenge threat to take out everyone else. And then as soon as everyone else is gone, they're going to cut him.
See, I had Brady as final 3.
There you go. Okay, I've got him on the jury.
Yeah,
definitely make
we disagree. I think, he would be a strength asset, not necessarily a beast, because he can help them break down how it's going to work best. I think the fact that he can read and analyze people is what he put as his strength really well, and that he's not going to be an obvious leader, so he can play middle of the pack, putting in his 2 cents where he needs to. I have him being final 3, but not taking it out is my prediction from Brady. Your strategy is to adapt and change, and if you can do that successfully, then that's kind of the name of the game, really.
I do agree with that. Yes.
Yeah. Ethan is online. Any thoughts? Ethan says, "Sorry, Chloe."
Oh,
for being first boot. Stick to your guns, Ethan. Come on now.
I said it. It's fine.
We'll look at his thoughts about CK in a second when we get to CK. All right, Dale. Relaxed, quite social, but really competitive. Now, I don't have to be relaxed, but really competitive. Oh, Jules. There you are.
You can't.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back. Hello. You can't be really relaxed and really competitive. Absolutely can't. My favorite quote from here was second place is the first loser. I feel that.
Yeah. But it's also, I was going to say this, it's one of my favorite quotes. Have you ever watched TV show Dance Moms?
Yes.
Yes, that's one of Abby's favorite quotes. His second is the first to lose. That's the first thing I thought of when he said that. I was like, are you a Dance Moms fan? Ethan says he had Dale as our fallen angel in 4th place.
Okay. No, I've got him making the jury, but I think he is going to be the challenge beast, and he's just going to be too big of a threat. I think I've got him winning the immunity challenge. Sorry, the merge immunity challenge.
Okay, so they want to get him out quickly, and then he becomes a
Yeah.
I think I vibed on Dale as pre-merge. No way.
Okay.
Maybe because he's a super fan, and if he lets that freak flag fly.
Yeah, that's something you really have to rein in.
Yeah. I mean, I think most people who come to play LRGs are a super fan in some right, but some are more so than others. So if he can hide that, then he's fine. But if not, I see him going pre-merge. Dale's yeah. Dale, are you here? Are you a Dance Mums fan? Because if you are, that's fantastic.
Hey, everyone loves Dance Moms. And if you say you don't, you either haven't watched it or you're lying.
Correct. I mean, Abby's a psychopath, but it makes for entertaining viewing.
That's why it's so good.
Yeah. And look, as someone who grew up around Dance Moms, it's quite hilarious. All right, CK, are you ready? Because we're about to talk about you. It's time for you. Lawyers don't win Survivor. So he doesn't plan to tell anybody about his profession. He will be a musician by trade. He can lie without any problems, and he's really good at reading people.
Yeah, I think that he is going to be very strategic. He is very likable person.
Very much so.
I think he's going to do really well at threat management. He will lie and get in amongst it, but he'd probably be happy to let other people take credit sometimes. Not all the time.
I think from his videos, he's out there to just lie. Game, and just fuck everybody up.
Yeah.
It's just like, I see him making merge, being on the jury, but I think he'll be taken out quite quickly.
He is my winner.
Here we go. You really?
Yeah.
I think it's too much. Like, in your face.
No.
Ethan has. What is Ethan?
What was that?
Sorry, CK. It's a strong player. However, he voted off 6 because he's too strong.
Okay. My favorite quote from CK was,
I love you, Jules.
I love you too. My favorite quote from him in his video was, "You can't trust anyone on their word. You can only trust what's in their best interests." I love that.
That's fantastic. It's so true, though.
Yeah.
Especially in the game of Survivor, you really have to be thinking about like what's best for them, and how can I exploit that? Exactly. How can I make them make that what's in my best interest? And I think CK will do very well.
That's a mistake a lot of people make. They don't think about what other people are thinking.
Yes.
They think this person told me they're voting with me, so I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, and in the fast-paced space of LRG, it's hard to then slow down and try to think what other people are thinking.
Yeah.
And he came to win, so that was another quote from CK. And he's looking for people who are going to buy into the kind of the game he's wanting to play, which is that pure chaos. CK, is that the kind of game you're coming to play? Because you didn't give us a lot of detail, and this is why I think you and Annabelle are really good friends. Because
I see them aligning.
Oh, 100%.
From the beginning, they just get a sense of each other's chaos.
Well, they can quote Annabelle from the most recent Canberra Survivor pod, flog, recognise, flog.
I love that.
That wasn't from me. That was from Annabelle herself. She said flog, recognise, flog, and it was on from the beginning. Yeah. So I look forward to them two reigning together.
Yeah, I think they're going to be an alliance, and then it'll be he'll stab her before she stabs him.
Okay. Annabelle says, "Show me the lie." There is no lie. It was all truth. All truth.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ethan and I agree in a similar place. I don't know that he makes 6th place. I think he gets chopped pretty quickly come merge. But you have him as the winner pick.
I'm high on Chris.
Interesting. So. High on Chris. I'm high on Chris in real life. I hold my thoughts back from seeing him play.
We will see.
Although I have said to CK, I think if he and I ever played together, we'd have a lot of fun.
Ooh, you'd either be like tightest allies or worst enemies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. CK, yes, we know you're definitely nice in real life. That's true. I think CK and I would either go head to head from the get-go, or we would find common ground.
There's no middle ground there.
No, we either go love or hate in the game, and we love each other in real life. Okay. All right, CK. You've got a mixed bag there, but the one thing we can say is that we're very excited to see you play. Very excited to see the chaos reign. John. So this is John's first LRG before Canberra. So this is his training ground. Another person planning to fake his job title. He said homeless person support worker because it's less threatening than a forensic psychologist.
I think if you're going to lie about your job, it needs to be fairly close to your job, or at least something that you know a lot about. So CK said he's going to lie and say he's a musician, but he is a musician as well.
Yes. Yeah, this is true.
So
Well,
I don't know if this is a previous job of John's. Maybe.
I mean, yeah, but you're a support worker and a psychologist, so you can tap into being helpful to people. You're just not necessarily dealing with psychopaths like Annabelle.
Yeah.
And most of his patients are murderers. No data.
Just
one thing I do love from John is that he owned being a social geek with nerdy interests, and he's a national Quidditch champion.
I love that so much.
That's fantastic. As two Harry Potter nerds, I was just like, how cool.
I mean, you can't see it right now, but I'm looking at a giant Lego Hogwarts. Yeah, no, I respect that.
Yeah. His strategy is to be understated and inception ideas into people's heads, which is also a great strategy, to not be front of mind, not be forthright. He plans to align with obvious leaders as a shield.
The whole inception idea, I think, would work great in a long game, in a 40-day game. In a LRG where you've only got a couple of days, I don't know that's enough time to make that work.
I do think it'll be very perceptive, though. It's just kind of it's a name of the game when you're in that field, that you can read people pretty well, the tells and the truths and whatnot. I have him either just before merge or making merge, but not much further.
I have him as my merge boot.
Merge boot? Okay.
Yeah. I think he is very intelligent, and that shows. Yes. And I think that's going to make him a target.
Yes, I also think that he may get a little cranky with people because his weakness is hanger. He's moody when he's tired, and he doesn't like the cold weather because he's from Sydney.
Yeah, look, that's going to be a struggle for him then.
So, he may... Oh, Ethan had him as first merge boot.
Hey, is this the first time we all agree?
That's different from what you told me, Ethan, but that's fine. That's not a problem. You had a different merge boot in the message, but that's okay. Right. I think we all have merge, but not a lot further. So he'll be a jury member. I did enjoy his jury performance in Canberra. He was a lot of fun. So I hope to see that again. Ethan, oops.
All right. Ethan, get yourself together, mate.
Yeah. And this is why you should have sent me your notes before you went to work.
Okay, Mum.
All right, sorry. No notes. All right, who's next? Who are we up to? We just did John. We are up to Kate.
Kate, okay, cool.
Thoughts on Kate?
Kate, from everything she said in her video, she seems to be prioritizing challenges above everything else.
Yes, fairly athletic. She is good at puzzles, likes challenges. They're her advantages in the game.
I didn't really get much more from her other than that. I didn't really get a strong vibe from her socially, strategically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she's just there to do a bunch of activities and have some fun, which is great. But I've got her pre-merge.
Okay, so her approach to the game is to win as many challenges as possible, but not be too aggressive.
Mm-hmm. I like the not being too aggressive.
Yeah, and then she's looking to align with people who will be loyal and that are fun to play the game with. Yeah. I think like deep pre-merge. I don't see her being on the first couple of boots.
No.
Because she's definitely be likable enough, but.
Yeah, definitely. And if she's good in challenges, then that's not going to make her a target.
Correct.
Especially I think right. It's much easier for a female to be better at challenges than it is for a male. I find men who are really good at challenges tend to get the challenge beast label, whereas women are underestimated. So it's one advantage to being a woman in the game. One of very, very few.
True. The opposite applies, though, because if you're not good,
yes,
you're that much quicker than a guy who is worse than you.
Yes, exactly.
What was she? Her thoughts on playing with fire is if you're bored at a restaurant and you're playing with a candle.
Okay.
That was her thoughts on what playing with fire means.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know how that applies here, but sure.
All right. So Ethan, do you have thoughts on Kate, or are we moving on? He's not commenting, so let's move on. All right. Is she wrong though, Luca? I don't know how an LRG in a 3-day game can be boring. It's just too fast-paced to be boring.
It happens way too quickly.
And especially for everything we've just heard from Liz about to expect
I don't
fire
think
literally and figuratively. I hope not, because I really don't want to do this as boring. I want entertainment. Please.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
All right, Laurel. I'm excited to talk about Laurel.
We love Laurel.
Looks like a fantastic character for the season.
She just explodes like love and energy and
just
all
from,
the good vibes.
The get-go was just like, wow. All right. I was where are my notes? Laurel is going to playing with fire like it's The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And that she didn't like anybody on her tribe at first glance.
I love that. I hope it doesn't show on her face.
No, I think it will though. Doesn't quite seem like she can just hold her face back.
I mean, look, she's generally pretty smiley, happy kind of person. It's just, she can hold her tongue.
Yeah. She is going to be a fire starter who's going to make fireworks, plans to be bubbly, eccentric, high energy, and her strength is that she can talk to anybody. And her weakness is that she is jealous and will hold ridiculous grudges. So if you're in her alliance and you're talking to somebody else, she won't like
that. You can't have that.
No.
Absolutely not.
Here we go. She is the queen of rolling her eyes behind people's backs. Hilarious.
I hope it's towards the camera.
Yeah, I hope she spikes the camera and just gives us all of the eye rolls because
Can we do like a running tally of all the eye rolls? That's going to be in my notes. I will keep track of that.
You're going to keep track of that? Done.
Eye
roll counter.
Yeah.
And that she wants to align with someone who can match her energy. That's tough.
Anyone match her energy?
That's tough because that's a lot of energy to maintain.
Yeah.
Like to be up here consistently. Like I would want to be, but it would be exhausting.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it.
Like it's fabulous. Like all props to her for having that high energy. But that's
another hype girl.
Yes.
Maybe
very different type of hype girls though.
Very, very different kind of hype girl.
And that she expects lots of twists and turns from playing with fire.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think she makes merge. She's close to fallen angel for me because I don't think anyone wants to sit next to her.
I've got her getting swap screwed and got her as a pre-merge.
Okay,
only because this cast is really good. I have everyone up in the merge. Some people are going to go pre-merge. There's like if there's a swap, who is likely to target, and it's someone who is just alliance, and that's the girl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I haven't planned for like twists and turns. I've literally just done which I mean I should because it's playing with fire. But I also am just waiting to see what happens. I think people will love her. I think she will be a beloved character. Someone to absolutely bring back for All Stars, Liz. Just in case you're planning on casting for that soon. But I think that her sociability and likability will make her a definite threat.
Yeah, 100%.
Is what I think. But very excited to see her game and just her pieces to camera, her reactions. Yeah. I'm going to absolutely live to see just her face.
Yeah, that's gonna be the best part. Okay, it's just
100%.
And then looking straight at the camera
with the biggest eye roll. Fantastic. I love it. All right, Marina. Fair. So Marina snores and hates the cold. She's fun but judgy.
Oh, look, aren't we all?
Actually, I like the sound of her. I think too fair. She we have like similarities in common, just from things that she was talking about from a similar, like, I don't know personality wise, but from the game that she wants to come out and play. She wants to be under the radar to emerge, attach herself to a smarter player, have a girls' alliance.
We love a girls' alliance.
Yeah, when they work, they're fantastic. And then she wants to work with someone who is more analytical than her because she is quite a reactive personality.
Yeah, I've got that written down, that she said she can be quite reactive, and I don't know how that's going to go. Yeah,
so I have her pre-merge.
I've got her as the first boot on the red team.
Okay. Look, I had a note here, like I was like first boot ? But then I thought maybe could be one of the.
If she's not the first boot, she could go really far.
Yes.
But I think she maybe is going to come across as a bit bossy.
Mm-hmm.
And that can rub people the wrong way. And like I said with Chloe, when it's the first boot from the tribe, you don't need much of a reason.
No, you don't.
If she just annoys one person, that might be all it takes.
Yeah, and here's the first impressions were that the girls seemed nice. And I was like, nice. And I was like...
Well, I've also got, she had a quote, I don't think anyone's shit. And, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. We need a little more effort to playing along with everybody. So that's why I had her pre-merge, because I don't think she's going to necessarily have the ability to just be able to not be judgmentally reactive to people, which is a shame, because I feel like if she could contain that factor, then she has the ability to be a little deeper. But being reactive and judgmental in a short space of time doesn't always bode well for you.
No, it does not.
Oh. All right, Max and his warm takes from Canberra.
That
was because CK and Annabelle are very opinionated, and Max was known for his warm takes. They were just very middle ground.
Okay.
Because he is a likable person and an all-around nice guy who likes to have a good laugh. Sexy Max. You're not biased at all, Annabelle.
No.
I actually have Max as final 3.
So do I.
Do you? All right. Yeah. I just think because he is the nice guy, and everyone's just going to want to play with him because he doesn't seem threatening in the slightest.
No. I think that he's going to be strong in the challenges, but he's so nice and a bit reserved, so people aren't going to see him as this unbeatable threat, even though he's going to win a lot of the challenges.
Yeah.
My only reason
he is very nice. Well, he literally says he's an all-around nice guy. Was from his package. That was how he described himself, and he is very much
the
nice.
only reason I don't have him as a winner is I think that at Final Tribal he may not be given the credit that he deserves for moves. I think if he's working with someone like a CK or someone who's a big player, then they might get all the credit, even though it's been 50-50.
He was a part of it. Yeah. And I don't necessarily know that he is verbose enough to claim those things as his own. And I think he mentioned about 7 times in his 2-minute video that he's a nice guy. Yeah, that's one of the main things I have written here is that he is a nice guy.
He's a nice guy,
which we know he is, and that's why I think he's final 3. But he gets pipped at the post because he doesn't have the gumption to claim the game as his own, and he will focus on the fact that he was a nice guy and that he was loyal to his people. And I don't want to hear that in Final Tribal Council.
No.
So I think he does well, but he's not our winner.
Yeah, agreed.
Ma, again, I mean, you're spoiled. If you're watching this and you haven't watched Survivor Canberra, then that's on you. Ma was the winner for Canberra Survivor, and I couldn't rave about her game in Canberra more highly from the jump. I thought she was incredible.
Now we get to see her all again.
Yes, exactly. This is her training ground. She did give a little bit away in her exit interviews in Canberra, so I won't spell that now. I didn't necessarily say her placement, but talked a little bit about the game in a 1-sentence thing that I caught on the fly. Mara is high energy, extroverted, a little bit cheeky, but very empathetic. She likes to be assertive, strong, and feminine.
Yes.
I have Mara pre-merge.
Oh. Hot take.
Yeah, I think she will be super likable and super friendly, and I just don't think people will want that post-merge.
I've got her making...
I actually, to be fair, now that we've talked about being swap screwed, I potentially think she could be swap screwed.
Yeah.
If you talk about
that's a possibility.
I think she'd be well liked enough. I think she may be in the first training ground because she said she likes to be assertive. Maybe she gets a little too assertive. Just says the wrong thing to the wrong person, and that adds enough to like chop the head.
I have her making about midway through the merge.
Okay.
I see her being in a really strong alliance and then being the victim of big move-itis.
Oh, yes. Must make a move. I think
someone like maybe an Annabelle or someone is just like, I need to get something on my resume. How about we take Mar?
Yep. Okay. Everyone likes her.
It's going to be someone that Mar trusts. I think she's going to get her heart broken.
Yes. 100%. I think she will not see it coming. I think it will be a blind side. But yes, different.
Whatever it is, it was clearly the...
she has obviously learned from whatever happened. Yes.
Or maybe she's a double winner. Who knows?
Who knows? But like her game in Canberra was killer. So I'm very keen to see how that all and obviously so her and John met playing this and then took their relationship to Canberra. Different tribes though, unfortunately, at the beginning. I'm not drinking whiskey. I would like to claim it, TK, but I'm not. It is a weeknight and I have to get up and deal with children tomorrow.
I mean, look, I thought about having a glass of wine here, but I chose against it. But hey, maybe next
time. No, I wish it was whiskey. I need a good whiskey. Very keen to see her game, but she doesn't get very far for me. And I think she learned a lot from this game for Canberra. Cool. Scott.
I love Scott.
You love Scott? Well, I mean, fellow police officer. Is he a police officer?
I am no longer a police officer.
Well, I know you're not, but...
Former police officer. So the whole thing about not telling anyone he's a police officer, I very much...
joke, and nobody else will get this, but where is the pepper jack?
I do have some here somewhere.
You do have some? Well, are you bringing it to Sydney for dinner?
Early.
Okay. All right, Scott.
I thought about not telling anyone that I was a police officer, ultimately decided against it, but I definitely understand the temptation for Scott.
Yeah. He wants to be a flint tosser.
Sure.
It's an interesting strategy going in to be a flint tosser. I don't ever go into a game being like, I'm going to toss the flint.
Look, why not? Chaos.
Yeah. I think so.
One thing he said to me that I thought was hilarious is he's going to be the first person to find love.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be very funny and people are going to like him.
Yeah, well, I mean, he says he did his own podcast, so he will be naturally verbose and easy to chat with. He plans to embody the perfect ally. And his weakness will be getting complacent. So that he will get him feel like he's comfortable in the game and then he will not search for idols. He plans to be in the group at all times. I call bullshit. I have a feeling that he will scramble like he
will be the first one looking for an idol.
Yeah. I feel like that he's made a point of saying that and that will not be the case. He will get alone time and idol hunt like there's no tomorrow.
Every rock, every thing around will be tossed over looking for that.
I feel like him and CK will be competing for trying to find the most idols.
Oh, okay.
That's my thoughts. Annabelle says, tits out for Scott. All right.
No.
I'm going to keep my tits contained, but thank you.
Oh, my.
It's too cold. It's too cold. And I don't know Scott, so I'm not getting my tits out for him. I apologize in advance, Scott.
I've got him making the jury.
I don't have anything written for Scott. What do you think?
I've got him making the jury.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to go far, though. I think he's going to be early jury.
Okay. So before tits contain, tits contain for Scott Leaker. That's 100% correct. Now, who did Ethan say before was his first merge boots?
I think he said Scott.
No, well, that's who he sent us in the message, but then he changed his mind, which is what I...
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he sent through the message that Scott was his first merge boot. Okay. And I can see that. I can see either just pre-merge, like just before merge, or early merge. I didn't have a lot to say. I think he'll be entertaining. I think he'll talk really well, but he is also going to be surrounded by a lot of big personalities. So I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rosie.
I think Rosie. All right.
Rosie is kind, a bit of fun, and her approach is extreme stress.
I feel that.
She's naturally shy, and she knows that you cannot be strategic without being social, which is true.
That's very true. She did have a quote, "Nothing is personal." I like that.
It's all circumstantial.
Yeah.
Having that mindset going into this type of game is really helpful if you can manage to hold on to that. She plans to align with someone who can trust, a real life friend, someone who feels like home.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a very sweet sentiment in a game that moves so quickly. Trying to find someone that feels like home off the get-go is rough.
That's very difficult.
You have people that you can feel like good vibes with, but someone who feels like home is a leap. It's a big stretch to find someone who feels like home.
A lot in a matter of hours.
Yeah. Rosie's my first boot.
I've got her pre-merge, but yeah, I think she might be aligned with whoever the first boot is on that tribe, and then she's just next.
Yeah, I just think she's too quiet. It takes her too long to get to know people. She doesn't make enough inroads, and just that's the, like I said, you don't need many reasons for the first boot because it happens so quickly.
The main reason
it's unfortunate she seems sweet, but I don't see her going far in the game at all. I do have a controversial opinion to add here, is that she is actually Ethan's winner pick.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool.
So I look forward to discussing that with him next week and to find out the reasonings why. Because everybody sees different things in different people.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't have a reasoning why. I just know that is Ethan's winner pick is Rosie.
Yeah, cool.
All right, last person. Tash.
If you've been
the secretary by day and a jazz singer by night, which is so cool. I love that. That's awesome. Liz, y'all got to hear the condom story.
Oh.
Do you need to come back onto the podcast to tell us about
Liz,
the
please come back
story?
on to tell us that condom story.
Because I am color intrigued. And if it's from Rosie, even better. Like, tell me how Rosie and her condoms. But I mean, in particular, like a soft reserve personality or has a condom story, it's highly entertaining. Yeah, she is a medical secretary by day. Shout out to my fellow. So we're up to Tash now. Oh, it's Tash the condom story. Okay. We'll hit that link again, Liz, and I can add you back in. Shout out to my medical secretaries. It's a fucking rough job for the people you have to deal with. But then to be a jazz singer by night, the condom story seems to be very traumatic for people. So I'm very interested to hear about it. And people say legit, she's incredible for her voice. Her voice can heal people. Into Luca. So whenever we have her on, we may just have to have her sing for us. And I love this quote. What else in your daily life is manipulation?
Okay.
Notice. What? When else in your daily life is manipulation so widely accepted? I love that.
Exactly.
That was her quote. I love that. I love that she knows that she can. All right, she's here and she's already giggling. Before we get into Tash, you must tell us what the fuck.
What's the condom story, Liz?
All right. So I have permission to share this story.
You do? Okay, that's good.
I do, which is great.
Okay.
So everyone rocks up to Melbourne Survivor, playing with fire, right? And there's a bag check. Yes. And I believe Brendan Hopkins is checking the bags. And he gets to Scott's bag, bunch of condoms fall out. Now, he's like, well, I'm gonna have to take these
Well, he
because
did say
these
love
are
at
not
first
kind
sight.
he was going
was
to
planning to
things
find
you're allowed
love.
to have. What?
Okay, yep. He did say
Yeah.
he was planning to find love.
And like, throughout the weekend and like later on, this story got retold. And as it was told by more people, the amount of condoms just like increased.
Like in the comments.
And fun fact, I go to church with Scott's old roommate,
Right.
who who was rooming with Scott like while they were like while he was about to go playing with fire, and they're
Right.
both like Survivor fans, and he was like apparently I only heard this recently, but apparently it wasn't a mistake. It was like a joke, like it was intentional to just
to get people talking about him.
Yeah, to just have some fun, I guess. Well, I don't know, because didn't Hoppo take them all?
Maybe the crew were using them.
Playing with protection. Oh shit.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Good story.
That's hilarious.
Anyway.
That is Hoppo didn't take shit, according to CK. Apparently, he still had them to hands. I hope this was filmed. Was this filmed?
No, be on camera.
No.
Oh, I hope people talk about it. I want to hear about it. I want to hear about Condom Gate.
I want to see some behind the scenes footage on this.
That'd be great. You know what? I'll search for it. Maybe it's in there somewhere. I don't know.
Please.
I don't think.
Please, can we do like a Patreon with like exclusive footage where people have got to pay Melbourne Survivor?
I mean,
yes, like, I want a dramatization. I can't speak.
Yeah. Anyway,
that is hilarious. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you for that.
I'm not left wondering. When we do talk to Scott, I've made a note that I will be asking.
We will ask him about that
and what the fuck he was thinking. But we do know he was planning to find love. So maybe he was just planning to really, really find love.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks, Liz. We got one more person, and then we are going to be done. Thank you again. Talk soon. Bye.
Okay, cool. So Scott's a character.
Yeah. All right. I look forward to hearing more about that. But we digress. Tash. We're excited to hear her sing. She is keen to manipulate people.
Mm-hmm.
She's competitive, never gives up. Now this girl is right up my alley.
Yeah.
Everything she said, I was like, me. I love her. Family oriented, reliable. She's a loyal friend. Her strength is making friends and being a strong competitor, and her weakness would be turning on a friend.
Is that a weakness in Survivor?
But if they're in your way from getting to the end and not being able to like pull, you know.
Oh, then she's not going to be able to.
Yeah, that's her weakness. Will be turning
on
a friend. If that's the way I took it, was her weakness would be turning on a friend.
Okay.
And that she plans to be slow and casual, friendly, with not too much strut in the beginning.
So the vibe I got from her from the very beginning of her video is just how chill and easygoing and warm and open she is. And I think everyone is going to vibe with her. I think she's going to do really well socially.
Yeah. I see her go deep into the game. I see merge.
I've got her in my final 3.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I can see that.
I can see a situation where maybe she comes to merge down in numbers and just flips at the right time and gets in with the majority alliance.
Host of Brisbane Survivor, Sam Green, Melbourne Survivor proving to be spicy even before the game starts.
Wow, what did you expect?
Look, if this is a sign of things to come, color me excited. I am very, very excited. Yeah, I really like the idea of Tash. I think she'll be a good fun. She's not going to be an overt personality, but someone that will be really enjoyable. I see her deep into the game. But yeah, 4 or 5 for me, I think.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Well, that's everyone.
Yeah, that is everyone. And then looking at the cast photos, what do you like just from the cast themselves? Snyder, Melbourne Survivor, Playing with Fire premieres this Saturday, 15th of April. Are you going to the watch party? Will you be back in time?
Me?
Yes, you.
I will be back, but I'll have to go back to my parents to pick up my dog.
Okay, so not the watch party. Unfortunately for me, being interstate travel does not allow for me at this time because I have kids and it's not easy to just fly to watch a video. But I will be and it's my husband's birthday also.
You could do it.
It's Ryan's birthday, so probably not good enough reason for me to sit behind with kids.
He likes Survivor.
Yeah. Based on the photos, Yellow Tribe seemed very chummy off the bat. Yes. They're all arms around each other, big smiles, very keen to get the game going. And yeah, real mixed bag of personalities there. It looks like my final three are from there, all in the one tribe.
Interesting. Two of my final three are from the Yellow.
Okay. And the Red Tribe, I sense discourse from the get-go.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be Yellow taking control at the merge with the assistance of Tash and just wiping out the other group. That's sort of how I panned out the season, and it's sort of influenced my boot order.
All right, CK, yeah. I'm gonna have to hold up to my screen, CK, because I cannot share photos from my computer. This is it's not gonna show, is it?
It's not showing great.
No, it's not showing. I will send them to you, CK. Liz sent me tribe photos that you took at the beginning of the day. Harmony and discourse. Yeah, I see real cohesion in the Yellow Tribe. I think particularly because we do have our game master in there, lots of strong personalities, really well vibing together, lots of fun, a lot of fun. And I just feel like the Red Tribe is going to be like at each other.
That is definitely the vibe I was getting as well.
Yeah, just from the body language. I mean, that could mean nothing. They could have been very unprepared for the photos, but the way I see it, I see Red Tribe being dismantled quicker than the Yellow Tribe. My final three are from the Yellow Tribe. I didn't even realize I did that. But there you go. I think they run the game.
Yeah, I agree.
Winner picks and first boots. We did them as we went along, but I'm more than happy to run through it again for you, Liz. So I had my first boot was Rosie. My first merge boot was Dale, and my final three are Max, Caitlin, and Brady, and I had Caitlin as my winner.
And my first boot is either Marina or Chloe, depending on who wins that first challenge. I've got John as my merge boot, my final three being CK, Max, and Tash, with CK being the winner.
And Ethan said Chloe was his first boot, so you've got similar lines of thought there. Scott was his first merge boot, and Rosie was his winner. So he and I think complete opposites of her and her game. That's it. We did it. That is the cast. Anna says Caitlin is on the Red Tribe. Is she? I'm getting my people confused. Sorry, Adam.
Oh.
Thank you for correcting me, as always, Mr. Statsman. I appreciate you. Thank you, Luca. Yes, we are doing this podcast every week. So this, I'm about to lose my AirPods. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yes, we will be doing this every Tuesday, 8:30, following the seasons. Max likes the sound of my top three. Thank you, Mr. Nice Guy.
Hey. You're in mine as well.
You're not in. Oh, is he? Every Tuesday at 8:30 after the episode airs the previous Saturday. It does premiere this Saturday, April 15th. What time? I don't know what time.
I have no idea.
You can find. I have to check that
Liz,
for you.
Sorry,
guys. Yeah, Liz, what time on Saturday? I won't be there. I am looking forward to hearing about the watch party and everyone being together. So I don't know what time the viewing party is, CK. I need you to give me a specific time, please. 2 p.m.
Okay. Thanks, Liz.
2 p.m. Perfect. So really looking forward to seeing this play out. I'm looking forward to seeing the chaotic nature of it. I'm looking forward to seeing fire fireworks, big personalities. I'm actually really, now that we've done this analysis and we've chatted it through, I'm even more excited about it.
How many times are we going to hear something along the lines of, if you play with fire, you get burned?
Well, I mean, I think it was most people's comments around, what do you think about playing with fire? You play with fire, you get burned, twists and turns.
But what does that mean?
Double-edged sword. I also look forward to them trying to make fire. Yes, there is nothing about us that is lukewarm, Max. Thank you very much. That is something you can never say about Jules and I, ever.
We don't play middle ground, ever.
I'm very excited to have Ethan join us next week to get his takes. Oh, here we go. Luca, we're going to end up so drunk if we did this. Take a shot every time someone says I'll get burnt.
Yeah, I'll be getting my stomach pumped. It's not going to be good.
Yeah, I'll be vomiting. It's not. Nobody wants to see that. I might sip on a little something. Yes, but like I said, join us here every Tuesday at 8:30. We'll be here. Ethan will join us next week. And I'm very, very keen to see this first episode, see the season play out. We will be having each boot each week. Pending their availability. They do know what time and day we are here, and obviously the cast know how that went, so hopefully everyone can be available for us. I look forward to speaking to Spot about Quantum Gate. I don't promise that.
I promise I'll be nice to your face.
I don't. Okay. Ethan will be nice to your face. Ethan won't say didn't mean to you, but he'll have lots of questions for you, I'm sure. But thank you so much for joining us, guys. I really appreciate having you here. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and hopefully we can continue to entertain you and be a light in your life, like playing with fire will be.
Well done.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll chat to you guys later.
All right, bye.
And